You're listening to Poetry Slam. You okay? You're listening to Poetry Slam.
with
K Bells.
and your boy Napoleon B. Mike. We
Okay.
back.
Okay, I get it. Like
Yeah,
you're saying I didn't finish it.
yeah.
I didn't finish it. But in my head it was finished.
Come on, Kay.
It's been a long day. I went to work 2 days in a row. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It's been like this the past few shows, Kay.
What? Don't try to
No, no,
roast
no,
me
no, 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 no.
on
I'm
that.
saying. Um, you haven't been finishing the intro
What?
for the past few shows.
Why haven't you been saying something for the past few shows? Because I don't recall that.
No, you've been slacking a little bit.
I think you're making that up.
No.
Okay.
Why would I do that? And then the outro too, last show.
Right.
Mm.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to get back on the ball if I'm off the ball, which I don't think I am. But if I were to be, I will get back on.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. So I'm so excited to open this show with a poem I wrote at work. It's about freedom.
Okay.
And it is tentatively titled, I Don't Know What Freedom Is.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
I move from box to box. The first is bright green with a bed and rainbows bursting through the window screen. The second is gray with studio lights and music blaring through the speakers. The third is the biggest, a shopping mall with skylights, all to seduce a want for more freedom. All colors, rhythm, no clouds, just fly through the roof into the warm breeze during the last days of spring. No commands, control, or rules, just unruly butterfly wings. I'm going to go ahead and go for this part too. Maybe childhood is the freest I would ever be. No job or responsibilities. Now I live in a space where people depend on me. I guess to be free, independent, you must not be dependent on anybody. Okay, Bellz.
Okay, Kay. Um, we need to fix the camera real quick.
Yeah, B Might, you're on the edge. So while B Might is fixing the camera, we're going to take a break and respond to the topic of freedom. And we're back. If you're watching us on YouTube, you definitely saw our entire break of B Might adjusting the camera. Watch
Yeah.
us on YouTube. Poetry Slam with 2 M's.
Oh no, it's too high.
Is it really too high?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while B Might tries to fix it again, we're going to go for another break. Woo, that was a quick breather. I'm going to turn off the lights really quick. B Might, tell me what you think of my poem.
Kay, that was awesome. That was a cool poem. Especially the end where you said, butterfly wings. Something about butterfly wings. Repeat that last line.
Oh, I said just unruly butterfly wings.
So like, butterfly wings typically flow or wave in a pattern, right? Or like the top part of the wing flows differently from the bottom part of the wing, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you're saying they move in like opposite directions to make the butterfly fly. Like when one
Yeah,
is up, the other's down, and one is down, the other's up.
yeah. So
I
like,
don't know. I thought it was just like up, up, down, down, like. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh,
like a bird.
Yeah.
Mm, possibly, but that may be correct. I don't. I may be mistaken. So
Oh. It says rather than flapping their wings up and down like birds, butterflies contract their bodies, making a slanted figure eight pattern with their wings. As the butterfly's body contracts, the motion pushes air under their wings, effectively propelling it through the air. Okay, so it goes in like a rotating motion,
yeah.
not an up and down.
So like instead of an up and down, I mean instead of a rotating motion, they're just all over the place.
It's the circle of life. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for your opinion. Yeah, I mean, this poem was just inspired by the fact that I felt very, like, restricted in my life, you know? Like, I felt restricted at work.
Hmm.
And I feel restricted at home too because I still live with my mom. So, you know, the consequence of that is you have to do what you're told when you're told. Kind of like a boss at a job.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was my opening poem. I don't know what freedom is. How would you describe freedom, Napoleon B. Might?
um, I would describe freedom as a feeling, like not necessarily a place of being, but like how you feel inside. Like you may not be free in the physical sense, but in the emotional and mental sense, you are.
Yes, it definitely reminds me of Jay-Z. He was physically in the projects, but his mind was somewhere else, writing those raps back in NYC. Was it the 80s or the 90s?
Possibly the 80s.
That's something TayDZ would know. When he gets on there, we'll have to fact check with him because he is a hip hop history head.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I have a poem.
it's about time you brought
You
something.
know, you know what, Kay? Just fade me out. That wasn't a fade, but thank you anyway. Sometimes I wake up and I don't have any faith in myself. As if the faith that I had on the day before had fallen off and I can't find it. My girlfriend can see it in my eyes and tries to give me a pep talk, but I still can't find it. So I pray and listen to a devotional and the Bible, but still nothing. So I look for it under my bed, in my closet, in my dresser, but can't seem to find any faith in myself. Be mate.
Faded you in. So you're experiencing some self doubt.
Yeah.
What has triggered these feelings of self doubt?
Um, just my job situation mainly. My changing cars. Um, a lot of things really, but it's probably mainly my job situation. But that's looking up.
So are you saying you're confused about your direction or like as in what you want to do or what opportunity you're going to grasp next?
Um, I guess what opportunity I'm gonna grasp next. Um, the faith in myself, the self doubt is like the has been it's been I've been feeling that way since before the start of the year, really. Um, because I hadn't really written any poetry in a minute.
Mm.
So like that's another reason Beyond Myself is out. So like it's just a lot of things that are causing those feelings of self doubt.
Yeah, that's definitely understandable. Um, I mean, what if you could choose your next opportunity? What would it be?
Um, well, I've got some actually good news on the job situation. I got two calls. Well, one tentative um reach out for a job. One tentative interview and one that's like in kind of ingrained in stone. That's an interview. Um, one is Wednesday. The interview, the one that's ingrained in stone, is on Wednesday. Um, I'm just waiting to go to the interview. So,
Okay, well, wishing you the best for your interview. And now's about that time where we go for our break. So we will be back.
really? Already?
Yeah, already. You know, we come back at 8:20, and we're gonna come back and discuss another topic.
Okay.
Yeah. So stay tuned until 8:20. And we're back on Poetry Slam.
We're back. We're back.
We are back. By the way, follow us on Instagram at Poetry Slam with two M's. There's a question up there for you to answer.
Bad.
Yeah, we'll be reading your answers live.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Um. But yeah, to kind of wrap up that faith question, the question of like you had asked what was the opportunity,
Yeah, like
right?
what opportunity do you want? Like what do you want to do if you could just, come up with something on your own if it were in your hands?
Um. Well, I do have something that I've been trying to start. I've been trying to start my own business, but that's been slipping through the cracks because time and finding a way to get clients. So yeah.
Well, what's the business? Maybe you can advertise it right now.
Well, I'm trying to see if I can help small churches, older churches who don't have a audio visual um, person or a that one person or that group who are dedicated to the audio visual team um, to help like excuse me correct any mistakes or correct any issues that are going on with the audio or the live or anything that they have issues with. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're seeking to build like an audio team essentially. And you want your clientele to be businesses. So like business to business, like audio for
Um,
churches.
not necessarily just like I'm not trying to create a team for me, but I'm trying to create and train teams for the churches. So like,
So like a freelance supervisor?
yeah,
Oh, you want to get into freelancing? Okay.
yeah. So like, not only to help with the like, I want to help see if they can improve on their equipment or like any positioning of the equipment or anything like that. So I want to like help them with that.
Oh, okay. That sounds very interesting and definitely surprising to me. I didn't really know that you were into stuff like that. I thought your focus was more like post production. Actually, I thought that for a while, and then you kept saying, "No, I can't sit still for that." So it's good to know what you want to do. It's more with
Yeah,
the
nah,
technical technology
yeah,
and stuff. Okay.
yeah. The actual like live sound.
Live sounds. That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in terms of what I want to do, I want to work in TV.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Well, like I should say specifically, you were very specific. Like, write and produce my own TV shows, like on set and everything to do with that. So we're going to big places.
So like, are you trying to do like comedy,
I want
drama,
to do teen drama.
teen drama,
Yep, teen
teen
drama,
angst?
teen angst.
Mm.
You know, this thought occurred to me earlier, but maybe I should start writing jokes for the show. Not trying to be a comedian, but like joke writing seems fun. Okay, head shake, head shake. All right, so as you all know, it's Pride Month. Yes, Pride is happening in Baltimore as well, and we are going to give you a LGBT poet bio for the second day of Pride. So this poet's name is Pat Parker. She was born in 1944 and deceased in 1989. Now, I'm getting the information about Pat from timey.com, but just as a quick recap on her life, she was an African American poet and activist who was proud and open about her lesbian identity. She created 5 collections of complete poems, most of which were talking about her affairs with other women. She was known for always taking place in civil rights, women's rights, and gay rights movements throughout her life.
Hmm.
That's pretty courageous considering from 44 to 89, it was not okay to be gay. People wouldn't even say that.
Right.
Like,
Nah. Yeah. That's that's pretty bold.
absolutely. So, this is one of the poems that really set Pat Parker apart as a lesbian poem. This poem is called My Lover is a Woman. It's 4 parts. Part 1. My lover is a woman, and when I hold her, feel her warmth, I feel good, feel safe. Then I never think of my family's voices, never hear my sisters say, uh, bull, queers, funny, come see us, but don't. Bring your friends. It's okay with us, but don't tell mama. It'd break her heart. Never feel my father turn in his grave, never hear my mother cry. Lord, what kind of child is this? 2. My lover's hair is blonde, and when it rubs across my face, it feels soft. Feels like 1,000 fingers touch my skin and hold me, and I feel good. Then, I never think of the little boy who spat and called me. Never think of the policeman who kicked my body and said crawl. Never think of black bodies hanging in trees or filled with bullet holes. Never hear my sisters say, white folks' hair stinks. Don't trust any of them. Never feel my father turn in his grave. Never hear my mother talk of her backache after scrubbing floors. Never hear her cry, Lord, what kind of child is this? 3. My lover's eyes are blue, and when she looks at me, I float in a warm lake, feel my muscles go weak with want, feel good, feel safe. Then I never think of the blue eyes that have glared at me, moved 3 stools away from me in a bar. Never hear my sister's rage of syphilitic black men as guinea pigs. Rage of sterilized children, watch them just stop at an intersection to scare the old white. Never feel my father turn in his grave, never remember my mother teaching me this yes sirs and ma'ams to keep me alive, never hear my mother cry, Lord, what kind of child is this? 4. And when we go to a gay bar and people shun me because I cross the line, and her people look to see what's wrong with her, what defect drove her to me, and when we walk the streets of the city, forget and touch or hold hands, and the people stare, glare, frown, and taunt at those queers, I remember every word taught me, every word said to me, every deed done to me, and then I hate. I look at my lover, and for an instant, doubt. Then I hold her hand tighter, and I hear my mother cry, Lord, what kind of child is this? Pat Parker.
So it seems like you didn't scan this poem before you.
I did scan it. I planned to censor it live
Okay.
because it's a
Okay.
live reading.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to skip because that's a little awkward in the pacing. So I remembered the beat. In my head, I planned to skip, but then I was like, no, I'll beat.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. So we're gonna bring TayDZ on in a few minutes, but really quick, I definitely first admire Pat's rhythm in this and her honesty. Although she wrote this decades ago now, it still seems relevant today, and it definitely cries of what her time was like. And I'm sure it's relatable to some people who still feel like they can't hold their partner's hand in public without people looking. Except back then, it was more violence
Yeah.
and just aggressive discrimination, especially because in addition to being a lesbian, Pat was also black. So it was a lot of racism going on at the time. However, her courage is to be
And
admired.
her lover was white.
I'm getting the impression her lover was
Yeah.
white.
So it was like with that, her being black, with her being lesbian and black,
Yeah,
having a white lover.
yeah. And being a woman, she was a trifecta at the time.
Yeah, that was brave. That's brave.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really think the ending line, Lord, what kind of child is this, is still relatable to some people who feel they need to come out, or do not come out of the closet for fear that their family will reject them.
Yeah.
So That was a timely poem from Pat Parker.
Yep.
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 So, do you have anything else?
No.
Okay, well, we're going to bring on TayDZ. Tay, turn on your camera. Hey, Tay. You can float over top of B Mite's head. All right, Tay, we can hear you now.
Hello, beautiful people. How are y'all doing?
Okay, Tay with
Great.
the glasses this time.
Yeah, I'm legally obligated to wear these when I drive.
Um,
Driving.
oh, you got your license. Okay,
Oh,
Tay.
I
oh, oh,
mean,
oh, no,
pump the
I'm
brakes,
still,
pump the brakes.
Oh man.
still training. You was trying to celebrate me, but don't worry, I'm close to it. This summer is a summer of change for me and a lot of other people, I'm sure. So, we finna get that very soon.
Great, great, great to hear. Then you'll be able to come to Poetry Slam live. Is that what you're saying?
Every now and then, be my let's
Every single week, every Friday, we're going to have TayDZ in the booth.
Live.
y'all better be giving me live room and board.
Tay, driving up to our studio is like driving to DC. Come on, just an hour away.
I hope y'all having a good day today. You know,
Oh
Ah,
man.
not the bus stop live. Are you kidding?
me personally, I'm doing great today. And you know what? Be Mike, that dream of yours was pretty dope. I didn't expect that from you. Well, I kind of did, but not fully. Sounds like you wanted a church contracting company. And,
Well,
K-Bells, TV is just
well,
around the corner for you. I already know it. You
well.
know, I already know you finna make the next, Twilight.
Oh
Fan
yeah.
Teen Inks. Ugh.
What?
teen.
Okay. Just for a second, Tay, we need to know, was it in the 80s or the 90s that Jay-Z was physically in the projects and mentally a hip hop superstar?
Like that was the '90s. Had to have been. He put out
Um.
Reasonable Doubt in like '96. So
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's your verified information from our hip hop head, TayDZ.
I think it was Reasonable Doubt or Dead Presidents. One of those two albums he put out in the
Yo,
'90s.
Oh my
how are you gonna
goodness.
backpedal after I just after
he,
I
he
was
came out
like,
in
oh,
90,
verify. What the
he
heck?
came out he came out in '95, '96. He came out mid '90s, and he didn't really start hitting his stride until '98. That's
Oh.
when he put
Right.
out Hard Knock Life for Us. Then he hit the peak in 2001 with the Blueprint, and after that it was just
2001. So you're talking about from 95 to 2001. It took Jay-Z 6 years to really hit his stride.
well,
It was like a banger album.
okay, I'd say Dead Presidents and Reasonable Doubt are bangers, but like I don't think Jay Z became Jay Z until he put out the Blueprint. You
Oh,
know,
snap.
So it's gonna take like 6 years for us to reach our stride.
We're almost halfway there. We're
Oh.
like
like
25% of the way. Everybody has a different length of race.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Honestly, that's what I'm realizing and learning. Like, cause I be seeing these poets that are younger than me, like on big stages, like,
okay.
and it's like sometimes I feel like I dropped the ball a little bit, which I did, as far as like writing poetry. Like once I started, I should have like kept going and tried to find open mics and stuff like that. But like, it's like I feel like I'm behind sometimes because it's like I didn't always put myself out there.
You're putting yourself out there now. And like
Right,
Judge
yeah.
Judy says, if you didn't make it in your 20s, you can make it in your 30s. If you didn't make it in your 30s, you can make it in your 40s. And if you didn't make it in your 40s, you can make it in your 50s. What's
Hmm.
that painter, Tay, who started painting in her 80s?
Grandma Moses.
Yes, Grandma Moses. And you know what? Steve Harvey, he is iconic. He's in his 60s now, and he really didn't even get his opportunity at TV until he was 38.
38.
38 years old.
Hmm. He was homeless in his 20s. And even Steve Harvey himself said it was good he got big when he did because he wasn't sure if he would have made the right decisions with that money and that attention in his 20s.
Mm,
Yeah, so it's God's timing, not our timing, because we don't know everything that
yeah,
we have to come, and we don't know what everything in our past really means.
right. Exactly. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so on that motivational tip, let's get into poetry news with TayDZ.
Oh, sure. I'm down with it. Let's talk about some big old news today. Well, let's expand on the news a little bit. So today I did. First off, you ever heard of Black Broadway?
Barely. I know about Black theater because of a guest we had on our show multiple
Hmm.
times who actually guest hosted Marvy Brown.
Oh
He
yeah.
told us about Amiri Baraka, and I have not forgotten since his amazing performance of that poem live.
Hmm.
And I mean, I just know about some Black theater just because of him.
True.
So, in DC, there was an area in U Street corridor. It was called Black Broadway. As it says in this article by the DCist, you know, Black Broadway was the nickname for the U Street corridor that once buzzed with performers and black-owned arts entertainment businesses. So, I think around the 60s, things started dropping off, especially after the MLK riots in '68. And also, of
Mm,
course, gentrification and redlining and all that,
yeah.
also plays a part in it. We had a lot of, when you go back in history, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about all the places that we had that were then, kind of repossessed from us. So Black Broadway is trying to make a comeback in the U Street corridor. Um, and I saw the news that it's well underway. Like they're going to start construction of the it's called the they're trying to redevelop the Frank D. Reeves Municipal Building, and they're adding things like a restaurant, a food hall. You know, they want to add a comedy club for DC native Dave Chappelle. Um, they, I believe, also they're trying to get they're giving the NAACP a new headquarters. They're moving from they want them to move from their Baltimore offices into the building. That's the plan for it. Which sorry, be more if that happens.
I mean, that's
Uh,
all right. The NAACP can go to DC. We're still the DMV.
exactly.
Sure,
Mhm.
sure.
Al-
DMV.
Although some people don't count Baltimore as a DMV.
We don't.
Baltimore is a part of Maryland. I don't understand why it's not counted. It sounds like some DC Baltimore rivalry BS.
Yeah, but also it's weird. Baltimore dudes don't like to be associated with DC, and DC associates with Baltimore when it's convenient. It's kind of funny. For instance,
Uh,
y'all ever if y'all ever remember the Ravens won the Super Bowl in 2012? DC hopped on that. They're like, "Yeah, we won," and Baltimore was looking back like,
y'all got
"We
y'all got the what are they now? The Commanders.
the Washington whatevers."
Yeah, Tay, that's a super interesting piece of information about a rise in black arts. So hopefully we can go down to U Street sooner rather than later to check out all the developments down there. Maybe we could do a few live shows.
That'd be pretty
Possibly.
cool.
That would be dope.
First, we have to take over Baltimore, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, Poetry Slam of Baltimore. But but yeah, nah. some people don't consider Baltimore as part of Maryland though.
Well, we can see everything. It isn't that we don't consider it part of Maryland. Of course, it's part of Maryland. It's the most famous city in Maryland. I get people who say, "Oh, you're from Maryland? Oh, you must be from Baltimore." No,
Nah,
no. It's like
nah.
people who aren't from the state assume it's Baltimore and then a bunch of parking spots. So, but they essentially what happens is culturally we have two different areas. It's so weird. I've never seen that within a state before.
Nah,
But it's
yeah.
southern, like Central Maryland and Northern Maryland, act like they're two different regions sometimes.
It's the difference between the suburbs and the exurbs.
Mm.
Yeah. Because a lot of like neighborhoods in southern Maryland are farther from the city. Like northern Baltimore, that suburb is like 20 minutes or less from a major city versus like some parts of southern Maryland are like an hour away or 45 minutes away from the nearest city. So
Speaking of which, when we went to the Super Bowl party in February, we were like, "Tay, why do I have to get off the highway just to get back onto the highway, just to get back off the highway, just to get to your house, bruh?"
That's how you know you live in the boonies. If someone can't get to your house like taking a straight like interstate or a route, that means you're out the way. That means you're not on the main road.
Exactly, because it was just like, wait, we would drive past a bunch of like shopping centers and all that. I was like, are we still on the highway or are we on a side street or where are we, bruh?
You have to realize at this point, once you get past like a certain point in Maryland, it's all highway. It's all highway.
That wasn't highway.
No, that wasn't highway. That was side street, dog.
When you go down 301, and you go on through Waldorf, you're still technically on the highway.
How are you on the
down Indian Head Highway? You're still on the highway. Like for some reason, we're just goofy like that. We're silly. We're just a silly little area south of DC.
Let me tell you this. If you drive from Baltimore to Ocean City, you're on that same strip for like 2 hours on a main road. What is that called? Like 185 or something?
195?
It's something.
I-95?
But it's the same strip because we're driving to another city. They're not so out the way, but it's still 3 hours away. But like the fact that you have to get off the highway onto like a main town road and then back on and off again, you're not attached. You're like puzzle pieced.
That's why DC isn't considered a part of Maryland.
But you can get to DC through 95.
Well,
and then there's a highway, a specific highway, like the Baltimore and Baltimore Washington Expressway or something that connects you straight to.
Well, Southern Maryland isn't considered.
No.
Yeah.
Southern Maryland, you're out. It's unfortunate.
Southern Maryland should be its own state.
Dang. Calm down there, B-Mite.
Wow.
Calm down there.
Calling for civil unrest.
Its own state. Look, okay. Fine. How about this?
Very B-Mite.
Everything south of Charles County can be its own state. I don't want to be associated with Calvert and
See,
St.
this has bias in it. You know, you just want to be included in an area.
Nah, you're in Southern Maryland, so you're a part of Southern Maryland and DC. Southern Maryland and DC should be its own state.
That's crazy. You can't hold up now. Are y'all trying to keep PG County? What is
No. Y'all can have PG County.
What Montgomery County?
Y'all can have them too.
Cool. That's all I need. Okay.
All you need is wealth. Okay.
On second thought, you know what? We'll take PG and Montgomery. Y'all can have the other state, the other parts.
No. You can't take Montgomery County from us. they still get DC news in Montgomery County. That's crazy. Come on.
Okay, we'll take PG then.
So it is gonna. Okay, you know what? That's cool. That's fine. That's cool.
It makes
Yeah.
more sense for us to have Montgomery County. I feel like Montgomery and Howard County go together, but
Mm,
maybe it's
Dang,
the acronym.
okay.
Okomoko.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
you can't
So,
take
so,
PG
so,
from DC.
so y'all take PG.
Okay.
We take Howard and Montgomery, and
Crazy.
y'all take DC and create your own state.
Who gets the Eastern Shore and the Allegheny Mountain area in
We
the
do.
West?
We do.
Yeah, we get the coast.
So what do? Wait, hold up now. So we're just our own little pocket. We're like our own little small area now.
Yep.
Yeah, raise your flag and be satisfied.
Yep.
That's wild. You know what? This is why. This is why PG and DC people be beefing with Baltimore people. Absolutely insane.
Now that
You-
we've settled that debate, what's next on Poetry News, Tay?
Well, I'm going to give you an update on the writer's strike. Things are happening. So, okay, we all know writing has shut down production across the country.
Hmm.
So,
I know that's right.
mm-hmm. So now, it says here from the Hollywood Reporter, during its previous strike in 2007 to 2008, when it found itself far more isolated and at odds with its nominal labor allies, there was no equivalent strategy. But see, now the Guild finds itself the beneficiary of unity and alignment with the fractious Hollywood worker caucus of other unions, each nursing their own set of at times overlapping grievances and eager to soften the ground for their own contract negotiations. So basically, everyone's working together. The directors, the actors, the writers, everyone is in accordance.
So even the crew.
Even the crew.
Absolutely the crew. I know Ayatsi's allied.
Mm-hmm. And it says on average, a lost day of production costs companies between $200K and $300K. Insurance policies don't cover shutdowns that are caused by the strike.
Jeez.
Wow, I just saw a headline today that the DGA joining the strike is not expected to end it. So let's just throw out some predictions right now. How long do we think this strike is going to go for?
I think it could go for another 2 to 3 months.
I'm saying for the rest of, I'm going to say September. Because when it starts affecting the fall season,
Oh
they're going to capitulate.
I'm going to say a year.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to say a year.
They can't go a year.
No.
If they go a year,
I think the
we ain't getting
companies are
nothing.
going to try to do something reckless. I think they're going to be like, oh, you want to strike? Fine.
Mm.
We'll find someone else. And they'll try to poach people from the internet. Because maybe they'll be like, well, we're streaming online anyway. Maybe we should just get more online talent.
No, Netflix. I feel like Netflix is gonna rise during this. The Netflix shows are gonna rise during this writer strike.
I mean, they're definitely going to dig into their library and pull out stuff that they probably wouldn't have aired previously just to make sure they're keeping their content fresh.
Yeah. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of underground shows and independent shows that are gonna be showing up on the Netflix scene.
I want that. I miss indie Netflix. I watched my first international films on there. I watched so many. Actually, I watched my first LGBT film on Netflix. I think it was Blue. Oh, Blue is the Warmest Color. Yeah, that was my first LGBT film. And I watched that years ago. So I miss the Netflix where you could discover new movies and new genres. Now I feel they push a lot of things that cost them millions of dollars to make rather than some more mid-range movies, mid-range budget movies.
So they're also saying, so key grip and stunt rigger Wade Courts is the administrator of a Facebook group that has become a conduit for crew members' source production information to WGA picketers. And so he says right now, everybody's below the line. He's a member of both SAG-AFTRA and the IATSC, and he's saying it's these mega corporations are trying to break the labor. But one programmer said the shutdowns are putting crew members out of work on projects for which the writers have already been paid. He asks, who is this really hurting? Is it really hurting the production? Is it really hurting the studios? Not really. So his theory is that there are below the line workers who aren't getting paid, but since those writers already got paid for the projects, the only ones that's really hurting is below the line workers.
So the crew.
Yes.
That's wild. That's crazy.
I mean, I don't know if IATSE was already on strike or if they were just talking about striking, but that doesn't surprise me at all.
No, I mean the fact that the writers have already gotten paid for their portion of the show is like. But you know what? You know what you're gonna see more in the shows that the writers have already gotten paid for.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see more outlandish camera angles and camera views and all that. Because even if the actors who are getting paid for the renewed season, even if it's on a different channel, like I know one show, 911, Fox had it, but now ABC has it, but Fox still has the spinoff 911 Lone Star. Well, it's not really a spinoff. It's just like another. It's 911, but in another state.
Yep, Lone Star.
Yeah. So like, it's like, how does Fox keep Lone Star, but drop the original?
That's interesting, and I think that has more to do with the fact that Fox, the channel, and ABC. He says on ABC now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
They are both owned by Disney. So
Fox and ABC are owned by. So why was it dropped from Fox in the first place?
So 911 debuted before Disney bought 20th Century Fox.
Oh yeah, you're right.
When they bought them, Disney's all about brand synergy. So once they bought them, essentially anything that was owned or produced by 20th Century is now under the Disney umbrella. So they can very easily move a Fox show to ABC and be fine. Disney owns two broadcast network channels. It's actually kind of ridiculous, but that's a whole different thing.
I kind of hate to say it, but in the next 10 years, I see Fox. I mean, not Fox. Disney owning at least 10 broadcast channels.
You're saying you think Disney's going to own more? You're saying Disney's going to buy another big company and own another broadcast channel?
Yeah.
That would. So the broadcast channels, the network channels. There's NBC, there's ABC, Fox, CBS, and if you want to count the CW, yes, CW.
So that's how many? That's 5.
That's about 5 major ones. So they already own Fox and ABC. So in order for them to do that, they'd have to buy Universal Comcast to get NBC, or Paramount Viacom for CBS. And I don't think the Justice Department would allow that. The Justice Department would actually step in and say something about that. Because beforehand, when they tried to buy 20th Century, they actually got stopped, or they were temporarily stopped by the Justice Department. And they only got the chance to buy Fox as long as they sold certain Fox assets and let them be their own company. But I don't think the Justice Department would allow them to buy Universal or Paramount or who else? Warner Brothers or whoever else owns the CW now, Nexstar or
I,
something.
I don't
They
know.
wouldn't let them do
I
that.
don't
I
know.
don't think they would.
I don't know, bro. I kind of see Disney taking over.
Mm, they could. Well, the last part of this of my strike news is that they're saying that there's the hit is beginning to be felt all obviously by the lost money. Um, the last strike dragged for 100 days. They don't know how long this one's going to drag, but they do know more money than the last one is going to be lost if it drags on for 100 days, just like the last one. But like K Bell said, don't expect a deal with the Directors Guild to end the WGA's work stoppage quickly. Heck, you know, I wouldn't even say SAG-AFTRA's strike joining in would help out. Honestly, Hollywood's going to try something crazy. They're going to try something ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of like the the YouTubers and the those people are gonna be hired more during this strike.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna try these companies are gonna try something
Well,
to save money.
anyone who crosses that picket line is going to get blacklisted by those guilds.
But there's a difference between the internet star and the Hollywood star. So
Very
maybe a
true.
result of this will blend the two together. It'll be a little merging act.
Yeah. That could happen.
I don't think I want to see that though, because there
That's, hmm?
there are some YouTubers who just can't. They don't have that oomph, or they don't have the charisma. They have the charisma. They just don't have the. I don't know.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Some internet stars just don't have the actual acting acumen. But
Right.
I guess we'll see what they do. That's it for the news for today. It's big news. It's big news.
Woo! Thank you, TayDZ, for the poetry news.
Thank you. Poetry news.
So we'll be back in 5 minutes here on Poetry Slam. Tune back in at 9:05, and we'll tell you an answer we got to our question: what does freedom mean to you? And we're back on Poetry Slam with K-Bells
And your boy Napoleon B. Mike.
and TayDZ. So, in the between time, we did receive an answer to our question. So I'm just gonna say that, and we can all react.
Hmm.
The question was, "What does freedom mean to you?" And an answerer said, "The right to be myself without being shamed or corrected."
Word.
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 So I guess that's an agreement with you, Napoleon B. Right? That it's more internal than external.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's more internal because, like, if you have the mindset that you're trapped in a situation, then you'll never be free.
Mm-hmm. For real. You need some place to just be yourself, because if you can't be yourself, then you're not really being successful. You're just under somebody else's thumb.
Exactly.
So if you're physically in a place where you can't be yourself, then that's going to lessen the chances of you feeling mentally like you can be yourself.
Right.
Yeah, but also if you adopt the mentality that no matter where you are, you're free to be yourself.
Oh.
If you're in a place,
See, see, I think that works for a lot of people, but probably not everybody. But I do agree with you. If you could be in a place, you could be anywhere and just be yourself, you're always free. No one can hold you down.
exactly, like you can you can always like be yourself no matter where you are.
I read a story about a woman. She got divorced years ago, and she learned the biggest lesson of all. She had to love herself. You know what she did? She had a wedding ceremony for herself, marrying herself.
That sounds very theatrical. I love it.
That sounds like you taking a Dennis Rodman, bro. That sounds different than I don't know.
Well, in order to be free, you gotta love yourself. You gotta love what you do. You know.
Yeah, yeah, but nobody wants to be compared to Dennis Rodman. No,
What?
marrying yourself, having a whole ceremony is pulling a Dennis Rodman.
Hey, Dennis Rodman's more free than a lot of other people.
Yeah, that's true.
Dennis Rodman was free.
Eh,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, do you really want to be Dennis Rodman free though?
Shoot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, let me be Dennis Rodman free. You know, I don't. Okay, look, I don't want to be like Kanye West free, where I think I can do whatever I want. I'll be Dennis Rodman free.
Okay.
I would want to be Erica Badu free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. People think she's crazy, but I know she's just artistically unhinged.
Bag later.
You know, I would want to be Lauren Hill free.
You know
Oh,
what?
snap.
Leave it to you to try to take one of my people.
Lauren, Lauren Hill-Free is
I know she's not really on your radar.
Lauren Hill-Free is free from the industry. That is oof.
Still have people attending your concerts even though you haven't put any new content out.
Yeah.
Show up 2 hours late and they still be there. That's
That one album. That one album.
exactly.
Well, actually, she had a second album, but it wasn't really like the first in terms of the release. Like it was an MTV unplugged
Yeah.
recording.
But still,
That's free. Shoot, you put out one album and you're just done. You don't gotta be have no more obligations to a studio, no more obligations to put out any other music. Everybody just remembers you 25 years later, and they know every line and every song from that album.
And your music still holds up through generations. Like,
For real, that's free.
that is
She
free.
she she gotta do nothing else.
Yeah. Not to put you on the spot, but I'm putting you on the spot. B Mike, do you have any other poems for tonight?
Let's see. Let's
Oh,
see.
by the way, I should say live that we were supposed to have a guest in our first hour. I mean, of course, we're grateful for TayDZ, but it should be known that he's filling in. We advertised Will Allen to be on our show tonight. Unfortunately, he had to cancel last minute. So, in case you were wondering about that promo or if that was even going to happen, it's not. And here we are in this show. So hopefully we can get Suave Lee on tonight at 9:30.
I'm gonna go with one of the poems I read last show, I believe, or the last show we read poems on. I'm gonna go with this one, and we're gonna do a short game of rename that
Oh man, here we go.
poem. No rest for the weary. Yeah, I've heard that before. But what about the burnt out? Those of us who run on little to no sleep. Those of us when we finally do get sleep, lo- sleep longer than we usually do. Sleep all day. Then get mad at ourselves because we weren't productive. What about rest for us? Sometimes my brain goes into hyperdrive. Okay, maybe that's how hyperbole. Sometimes it feels like my brain is on a bullet train connected to a rocket ship with a supersonic engine. Maybe I'm going too fast. Maybe I think too much. Maybe I'm not focused enough. Maybe. Why do I focus so much on the maybes? Maybe they don't like it. Maybe they won't get the message. Maybe I should stop writing. Maybe I should write more. I know I should write more. Why is that a maybe? Hyperdrive, hyperbole, metaphors, similes, writer's block, hurdle, stuck in the same pattern, stuck in the same place, ruts. It feels like I'm stuck in a maze. Like a rat trying to find the cheese, or a person trying to find a way out, or a minotaur, or God. Read the Bible, pray, read the Bible, pray, read the Bible, pray, create, thinking of ways to get my poetry heard, thinking of ways to get my poetry to the masses. Brain full of ideas I haven't started, full of ideas I've started but haven't stayed consistent with. Procrastinate, procrastinate. Sometimes I think I procrastinate. Some think I procrastinate because I'm not passionate. Passion too high, thoughts too fast, life too fast. Gotta slow down. Stumble over words, push, pull, like a wave, tsunami, drowning in ideas. Don't know where to start because all I see is the finish. I see the big picture before I even start. I want to reach the finish before it's too far. Waiting for my big moment. Need to sleep so I can focus. Need to rest so be my.
Hmm. Do those maybes trip you up, B Mike?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Rename that poem.
that's what I was about to say. Maybe.
Maybe.
Hyperdrive.
Hmm.
I already said mine. I said maybe.
Yeah. Hmm. I like hyperdrive.
Hmm. Let's see.
because I like hyperdrive because that's kind of the theme of the poem.
Mm-hmm.
Fast.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm with it. That was my suggestion. Okay, well, it kind of sounds like you're not quite satisfied with that. So maybe next week or the week after, we can try to name that poem again. On June 16th, we're going to have our Bellz Be Might special. So maybe you can resurrect it then, and we'll see where you're at with it.
So I feel like we should post that segment and ask the masses
Oh, okay.
what should that poem be named?
So you want to cut that video and ask.
Yeah.
All right. Well, coming soon. Look for that next week on the Poetry Slam Instagram.
Rhymes. Mm.
You got any poems for us, K Bells?
Heck no, I'm dry. I'm so dry. Actually, that's not true. I did start writing a poem. I'm not quite sure if it's finished. I was trying to go off of the prompt. If I had a museum, what would be in my museum? I actually borrowed that from Retro when he was on our show about 2 weeks ago now. Or has it been 3 weeks?
I think it's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, it's hard to remember because he's been so active since then. He was on Charm City Slam. You can definitely go to Charm City Slam's YouTube and watch his poem. I think it's called Bullet Catch, and you can also look at it on my story. I did a little screenshot with a link just in case you want to go view him. He's going to be on the round 2 of Charm City Slam next month. So definitely keep following retro_TR on Instagram because he is a poet on the rise. So, I mean, you breathed.
Nah. Go ahead. I was just waiting.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm trying to. Yo, it would be so crazy if I didn't even save the poem. Wait, I need a minute to find my poem, guys.
Oh man, come on, K Bells. Anyway,
This is always a good reminder. Always save your art. Autosave is the best friend of any artist.
I'm usually right on it. I mean, come on.
Well, K
I'm
Bells
always covering for B Mite. The way he dots on this show.
Oh, don't worry.
I found it.
Okay, good.
Okay. This is titled Untitled Poetic Moment. One crochet hook and a ball of yarn to weave my future along. One needle and thread to sew all my problems away. Scissors to cut the worries and a camera for the joys. K-Bells.
You have an arts and craft museum.
Yeah, that definitely stemmed from an urge to want to make things from scratch. I'm going to Ocean City this weekend, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I gotta get a new swimsuit. Shucks. And I was thinking, I haven't even been getting excited for going to the beach. Just because I'm thinking of the things I have to do before I go to the beach. So, going to the hairdresser tomorrow, and I was thinking, oh, should I try to make a swimsuit, crochet a swimsuit, or sew one for myself on Saturday, or just go ahead and buy one? The hours I'm going to spend shopping versus the hours I'm going to spend making. Which should I risk?
I think. Go ahead, Tay.
I would say buy one, make it quick and buy one, but then get home and try and make one. That way, even if you don't finish it in time, you still got a new swimsuit.
Ooh, very true. Just a backup.
Yeah.
I think you should try to make one because you will feel more empowered wearing it.
I definitely feel that.
Because
be the original.
Right. But if
Mm.
you don't finish before it's time to go to the beach, just get one on the way.
Mm.
Ooh, true. See, the thing is, we don't have much time. We're just there for Sunday and Monday. So I do have swimsuits at home, though. It's just I didn't really want to wear them. However, I will pack a swimsuit, and
Yeah,
yeah,
just make one because you would. I feel like wearing something or showing something off that you've made
yeah,
would make you feel so much better.
definitely. Speaking of businesses, you're looking at a budding crochet designer. I'd love to sell crochet items.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Now, in your whole museum is going to be filled with nothing but your creations, your designs.
Exactly.
Imagine it as a millinery.
Mm.
Millinery?
Millinery.
Millinery. It's the woman's version of a haberdashery.
Man.
Yes, it is millinery. It's a women's hat store. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna have more than hats, but
Mm.
hats are like pretty quick for me to crochet. So I was thinking, I could do that and come up with fun designs. I don't know how many swimsuits I'm gonna be making for people, but I would give hats a try.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. She
Well,
trying to have her own fashion house.
well.
Fashion house full of jackets and boots and hats and dresses.
Hmm. Okay, Kay. I see you.
Ooh, prompt for next week. What's in your store?
What's in your store?
What's in your wallet?
You know what, Tay? You beat me to it. Jeez.
I'm curious to see what will be in the Napoleon B Mite store because there can be multiple angles. I'm super curious. The Museum of B Mite.
Mm.
Oh, okay, B
You know
Mike. I
what?
thought you were gonna
You
come
know,
through with another
you
poem.
you know what? Tay, text me what you think it would be in a B Mite poem, a B Mite museum.
Sure, sure.
So, I mean, not
The,
that
the,
not that I'm necessarily gonna go with that, but I just want to know what you're thinking because yeah. Okay,
yeah. You
here
know what?
comes another B Mite poem.
I'll be so cool. I'm gonna text you that right now. And while I do that, B Mite, do you have another poem?
Yes, I do. I don't have rhythm. I have two left feet that are always offbeat, and I'm always stepping on my own toes. Battling with my two left feet. I be thinking I'm on beat, but it's more like staccato. Like I can't find the beat, but I be trying. But not too hard, cause the best dancers don't try. Be mate.
That ended way sooner than I anticipated. What's your
Hmm.
immediate impression, TayDZ?
Shoot, B Mite, where your rhythm at?
I don't know, bro. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I be trying to find it though, but
Hmm. I understand. I understand. We all trying to find our rhythm in life, bro.
yeah,
Are you talking about
Okay.
like dancing for real or metaphorically?
both.
Oh. Okay, well for dancing, what's your go-to dance move when you want to dance? If you're watching the
I
stream,
already
you're gonna
know it.
get
I
this.
already know it. He
Okay.
shoulder leans. He bounces left to right.
Oh, it's the full body bop.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the
you didn't even move.
yeah, it's the full body like just move with the try to move with or like I said try to move with the
It
beat.
looks like you're trying to sway, but you're like jagged.
Like
Like,
I I'm like bouncing with the
all right, let's turn up the background music so you can catch a
oh
beat.
man. Jeez, K, why you gotta put me on
I mean, this was kind of tough. It's slow.
You're doing it right now. It's crazy.
I can't keep watching that. Okay. Okay. Well, my go-to move is the two-step. I'm seated, so I can't really show you, but it's the classic two-step. That's the base for any dance I start and end.
Yeah. Yeah. I be trying to two-step, but like.
You don't even have a two-step? Yeah, you got a problem. What about you, TayDZ?
Shoot, my go-to is the hip swivel.
The hip swivel.
The hip swivel.
Oh,
You gotta
like
like,
the Homer Simpson.
you gotta like.
Hold on a second. That looks like one of my original dances that I like to
I'm
call the
sorry.
Stephen Rashad.
Wait a minute.
Guys,
Wait a
I'm about to
minute.
show you the Stephen Rashad. I gotta take off my headset for this.
Now wait a second.
That's
Now,
the
wait a
Steve
second.
Urkel.
That's
It's not the Steve Urkel.
That's the Urkel.
that's
Okay, do the
the
Stephen
Urkel's more
Rashad.
exaggerated.
Yeah,
See?
but that's the
Tay,
thing.
you know the Stephen Rashad, Tay. Go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I know the Stephen Rashad.
No,
Name
you're not
Steve.
Steve. Do the dance, cause I'm known for this dance. No,
Yeah.
lift up your arms. You know what? Guys? It's not being done justice. I'm gonna post a video of me doing the Stephen Rashad on my Instagram at Bellz. Oh my gosh. Oh
Oh
guys.
man.
Okay, it's 9:29 p.m. and at this time we were hoping to have Suave Elite on. However, he's not on our virtual chat room yet. So we're going to give him a few minutes, and if he's here, we'll interview him. And if not, we're going to get on with our slam. So stay tuned to Poetry Slam. We'll be back at 9:35 p.m.
for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just gotta bend your knees, take a deep breath, and jump. And you might think, what if I fall? Well, what if you don't? What if you fly?
And we're back on Poetry Slam with TayDZ, Psych, K-Bellz, TayDZ.
And your boy Napoleon B. Mike. We back.
Yeah, and we've got a special guest, Suave Lee, who's here for an interview.
Hey man, it's been a minute.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yep.
Hey, we can hear you. How are you?
Good. I was just trying to see if y'all could hear me. I had to grab my AirPod. I'm good. How y'all doing? I just woke up not too long ago. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, so B-Mite, what do you want to ask Suave Lee?
Yo, do you have any new music coming out, dog? Or do you have any music that we haven't heard yet?
I know the last time we talked, I had Graffiti about to be on the way. That dropped like December. I think the last time we talked was like sometime summer last year. But I actually got this album I'm working on, and it's actually, I ain't gonna lie, I'm proud of this one. I damn near finished the recording, or like the first stage of the recording. I got that out the way, so I started mixing. I got it up right now. Whatever. The title for that is coming soon. But like I said, Graffiti out on platforms, on platform. Okay, I see it. Y'all can see me.
Nah, your video
No.
froze. Now it's off. Or it's blank.
I just turned it back on, so hopefully, it'll pick back up. But you know what I'm saying? What I could do for y'all?
Oh, snap.
Uh,
We're having some,
Skype issues.
Log
yeah, big
in. I might be
time.
able to log in on the damn computer. I got my own mic. I got y'all mic. I got my mic, my podcast too.
Well, we've got your video back now, so let's
Okay.
keep the show going.
Yeah, it seems like we're having some Skype issues over here, so
Well, hopefully it doesn't act up again. We've only
yeah,
got 15 minutes left on the show, so let's
right,
power through.
right. So Tell us,
Yeah.
tell us
So
what you're working on again, dog.
I got this album on the way. I guess I could say the title right now. I was gonna kind of keep the title like on some low shit, but I think I want to call this album Better Than. Only reason why I don't like giving like the titles like that is because once I give a title out, like it just don't hit the same no more. Like, cause then at that point, I just know most of the people already know it. It ain't really that anticipated. You don't know. I mean, it's more anticipated. I feel like if you don't know what's going on.
Bless
Ooh,
you.
pardon me.
Bless you.
Thank you so much. You know what I'm
All right, home of the exclusives. We're gonna get the name of that Suave Lee album here
Facts.
on Poetry Slam only. We always try to deliver this to you guys. Stuff that you get nowhere else.
But you know, I got I got that music I'm working on. I got photo shoots I gotta get started getting prepared for music videos. I want to shoot like at least 4 videos a year, or at least three, at least 3 videos a year. Want to get those out the way. So that's what y'all could be looking forward to. Just new music and new visuals from Suave Elite. And like I said, Better Than dropping in December. So hopefully I stay tuned in for that. I got some shit on there. Hey, y'all like rappers? Y'all like rap? I like people who gonna talk their noise like with no remorse, with people who gonna give you something good to listen to. That's that project for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
We ready. We ready.
Yeah, I feel you. I like rap. I like that 2000s vibe, truthfully. However, my ears are open
Yeah,
to new things.
yeah, that you like that 2000s vibe. You like anything like older music. Like you know, it depends on how old you trying to go back, but you like them 2000s, you definitely gonna fuck with that vibe. I ain't really too much on the modern side. This project, I ain't never really been like a modern artist though. Like I ain't never like too much like I got my mixtapes. On my mixtapes, I might rap on a type beat, different shit that like you know what I'm saying somebody else might rap on. But on an album like this, like you know, that's where you gonna get a raw sound, like a real version of me. So, like I said, I stay tuned for that. I
Well,
stay
we
tuned for
ready.
that.
We ready.
Yeah, so um how exactly would you describe your unique sound?
It's very like what I would say is like it's more focused on feeling. Like when I record, it's more so based on how I feel in that moment.
Oh,
Ah, if you're watching and listening, you know that Suave Lee just got cut off because our Skype has to refresh again. We have no idea why
Purpose
it's doing
vibe.
this.
If you like if you get a sense of comedy or not even comedy, but just any way you want to feel, whether it's just an anger, or happiness, or love, or whatever, I get you a glimpse of that. But I give it to you in a way that may not necessarily be as polished, like as the next song, or may not be as what I'm saying, so straightforward as like a regular song. I like to be able like to give people the opportunity to basically hear talented music while still being able to enjoy themselves, but without me having to talk about the BS another rapper talk about. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Like you don't really be talking about like a whole lot of sex, drugs, and money, and just your music, dog. You talk about how you been, what you deal with on a regular.
I really, man, I'm gonna say this, like, I speak on what everybody speak on, but I speak on it in a way that's real to me.
Right.
I ain't about to just be like, I ain't about to just hop on the D and talk about it in a way that's just gonna make somebody else feel good. My life is a certain way too, so I also feel like my production might be different because my life is just different. It's not like I necessarily had like a suburban life. I also ain't really grow up in the streets. You see what I'm trying to say? Like it's just like I've kind of been like a hybrid of two different lifestyles, two different places in my life. So it's just like my music. That's what it shows. I definitely talk about what I talk about because I go through it. I deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I be having sex. I be intoxicated too. But I also be making bread and I also be making music. I also be feeling real things and I go through real things. So y'all gonna get to hear like all of that. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, what I want to do with this project is just, in a sense, I want to get everybody's attention. Like, who the hell is that? Like, after everything we listened to, who is that? Like, who is he and why is he important? Why do he get to sound like this versus everybody else?
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? That's the
Heard.
feeling I want to give. Yeah.
B Mike is
Yeah.
laughing, so it's making me laugh. Like,
No,
That's
I'm laughing.
cool. You know what I'm
I,
saying?
I,
It's a
I,
vibe.
I'm laughing at K's like responses.
oh, I don't mean to be funny. I'm sorry.
Nah,
I'm not seeking to be comedic in the moment. I hear what you're saying, Swami
No, it's cool. It's cool. We vibing. You know what I'm saying? We
Lee.
vibing for
Yeah.
sure. I know it's gonna be like I know we all going up. Y'all going up the same way I'm going up. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit up and coming. So it's just like my thing is it's going to be a day where we all in the same damn room. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna do multiple interviews with me. Hopefully, y'all bring me in there and y'all still space. So maybe we could, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can be bigger than the Breakfast Club. You never know what I'm talking about.
Hey,
Mm,
hey.
we all be going hard. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what we got going on.
yeah, man. We out. We
Kilo
out
gang.
here working. We out here grinding. We trying to make this bread so we can make this bigger than what it is right now. So
Yeah.
Gotta do it. Gotta
Suave,
do it like that.
do you think you can give us a sample, like a live sample of your rap skills?
Y'all wanna hear something?
yeah, like a radio edit. Like
Alright, just hold up. Now, y'all wanna hold on.
60 seconds.
Y'all can hear me?
yeah,
Yeah, we can hear you.
Alright. Shoot. You said you want a radio edit?
yeah.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna play something that I feel like ain't got no cussing,
Okay.
but ain't no telling.
Hmm.
All right. We're hyped. You got us hyped up over here. And also antsy. I have my finger over the beat.
I've been heavy, but some hot on my toes. Show up to a club on the age and get packed down. Party for the thugs with your babe, this whole packed out. Making sure someone that you pay, you got stacks now. Mama say, ooh, I'm fucked up, ash full of purple ash. Still jumping at the ash. She made my ass. That ain't the most clean version.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna freestyle something or do some like acapella.
Y'all want to freestyle?
That's
Alright.
kind
Yeah.
of what I meant, like a acapella or live vocal performance.
Okay, I got you. 7 in the morning, brother up to hit our phones up. Brody want the kush, but he only want four. Sure enough, I'ma head that way after I roll up. Both puffs, woke my ass up, I need a soda. And it then be the grown up sitting on sofa while you at the door for. Somebody got an issue with their motor. Front door finally, let me in the driver's seat. Windows ain't as hot as me inside here. We got privacy. If the blunt still here, you could pass a lie to be. My smoke came out quietly. I almost called violently. Love's how it's hot as be, so ain't nobody hides me. Gas on a Friday, cause won't nobody hire me. Fired me, told me my tone was too fiery. Allied me, they desire into the expires. And the caddy came to run me like a fire truck. In the backseat, I got some money for the fly stuff. I messed up my rap, but there you go.
Whoa, we couldn't even tell. That was great. It flowed.
Bro. You
I
know you always
appreciate
got that fire.
it. But you know, I gotta
Yeah.
step it up. But y'all seeing my growth as an artist. A lot of my music I won't write, but at the same time, I'm still learning how I like to freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like one take, like without having to stop, think about it, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still learning how like to actually retain my lyrics, cause I come up with something like real quick, but I'll be forgetting it, cause I'll be come up with so much I won't learn it quick enough. So, like I said, y'all getting to witness my growth as an artist. Every time y'all tell me the freestyle, it's gonna get longer, it's gonna get more fluent. Promise. Promise.
Awesome.
We appreciate it, dog.
We appreciate you and the positivity, and we wanted to slam with you, but we don't. We only have 3 minutes left now.
Hey, we got man, we got so many opportunities in the future, man. It's just the fact that I even got the opportunity to come in and speak. Whoever listening, whoever caring to tune in, like it's out there. Like I got that project, like I said, better than on the way. So the fact that y'all gave me an opportunity to speak, that's what I care about. I hope y'all doing good. Y'all good? What y'all got going on?
We're doing
I,
great.
I gotta go to work. I gotta be at work at 11:15, dog.
Okay.
I feel it. We all, like I said, it's all the grind. We all hustling, but hey, man, y'all keep y'all head up for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I definitely plan on speaking some more, and hopefully, like I get y'all, what y'all wanted to hear. I know we on the poetry slam, so y'all want to hear some poetry next time. You gotta let me know. I, roses is red and violets is blue, and I leave them dead just like I left her.
Ooh.
That's just
Uh,
what.
Yo, bro, you were always a good time on this show, dog. We appreciate you.
I
We love
appreciate it.
having you on here.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all keep going for sure. Like I said, we all gonna, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Not too much on my girl with the responses, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to be engaging, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Oh. Right.
What is he talking about, dog?
I don't know.
Huh?
I.
Okay. We'll talk about this off camera. But what else? What? Tell us more about where to find you and how to find you, where to find your music and everything like that.
I think my Twitter's still the same. I think it's Suave Elijah. It's just Suave and then Elijah, Elijah, my name on my Twitter. And then find me on Instagram is Trill Fisher. That's the word Trill and then Fisher, like official FICIAL, Trill Fisher on Instagram. And of course, Suave Lee, all platforms. I got verified on Spotify, so it's gonna pop up if you type my name, man. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, more music on the way, more visuals on the way as well. Y'all can go tap in with those pages, and then I got more content coming for everybody, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I got going on.
Heard, heard. Thank you so much, Suave Lee. Will definitely be watching and listening to your pages, your music, and everything to do with you as you continue to grow as an artist. Thank you so much for featuring on Poetry Slam tonight.
Thank y'all so much for having me. I hope y'all have a good summer.
Woo!
We will, dog.
I love y'all, man.
All right, TayDZ, we've got to sign off with you too.
Mm. Yeah, I'm happy to have been on the show. Just the longest I think I've been on the show since I think I guest hosted with B Mike. So it's always nice to be here with y'all.
Always, always.
Yes, thank you so much, TayDZ, for being flexible, committed, and oh so loyal to Poetry Slam. And we'll be back next week, 8 to 10. Thank you for listening to Poetry Slam with K Bellz.
And your boy Napoleon B. Mike. Good night, everybody.